guys, welcome back to the channel djmo Fishing. Today we're gonna be mounting a trolling motor into our kayak. I have an Ascent 133X tournament kayak, and I'll be showing you step by step how to do that. We're gonna be making a DIY mount, and I'm gonna show you all the wiring that you need to do to be able to do so. We're gonna be doing this on the cheap side, guys. With that said, guys, you can actually adapt everything I'm doing here to your own kayak if you don't have the same kayak. But if you do have the exact same kayak I have, you're gonna know exactly how to do it and how much it's gonna cost me. So let's get into it. The first thing you're gonna decide is if you're gonna put the trolling motor on the front of the kayak or you're gonna put it towards the back. We're gonna be mounted on the front because this is the trolling motor I got right here. It's gonna be a handheld trolling motor. Like I said, you can spend $1,000 on the trolling motor that you can control with a remote control, but I don't want to spend that much money on this project right here. So this is the trolling motor I got. It's a 30-pound truss Minn Kota right here, handheld, 5-speed. Nothing fancy that's gonna break the bank, guys. I actually paid $50 for this. I got it used from Facebook Marketplace, and if you look around, you can even get it cheaper than that, guys. So it's in good shape. The propeller right here is a little bit up, but we might just sand it a little bit, make it nice and pretty again. But we're gonna add those $50 to the total amount, how much we spend on this and how much it's gonna cost us to get this trolling motor and get this boat actually moving faster in the water without having to paddle it. All right, guys, as you can see, I made a template of the plate right here with this piece of paper. I'm gonna be using this to make the mount. And as you guys can see on this kayak, you already have pre-holes that got threads on it. And if you have this exact same kayak, you're gonna need 1/4 20 screws to be able to fit that right there, and that's what we're gonna be using. So we're gonna go over the stuff that we bought for the mount right here. I bought these L brackets in Amazon. They were $10, so they're really sturdy. That's gonna be the frame of the mount. Also, we spent another $10 on hardware, the screws. This is a 1/4 20 2-inch screw. That's the one that's gonna go on this mount. Pre-drilled sockets right there. And you know, we got washers and bolts that we're gonna be using. Also, I have these pieces right here that I already cut. These are gonna be part of the mount. This was actually an old cutting board that was just in my backyard. You can see it's dirty. I mean, I cleaned it, but it's not coming out. We're gonna be painting this, so it doesn't really matter. And also, I had an old board. This is gonna be part of the mount as well. So this was free, so we can add $20 to the list of expenses that we have for this project. Guys, it's time to dry fit, and let me show you what I did. So I got the cutting board base here, and I drilled 6 holes to line it up with the threads in the kayak, and it looks pretty good. But the screws I got, they're way too long, so they're 2 inches. I definitely need something shorter than that, so then I'm gonna cut it or just replace them. And then you got the L brackets here. The L brackets come with 2 holes, but the second hole didn't line up with my mount here, so I made a hole as well on the L bracket here. Now on this side, I got the other piece of cutting board here, and I got the wood board, and that's just to give it more width so the Minn Kota can grip better. And then on this side, we got 2 holes already on the L bracket, so I put a bolt here, so you guys can see right there, and that is gonna hold most of the strength right there. And then on the top part here, I didn't want to have a bolt sticking out because that's where the clamp of the Minn Kota is gonna sit. So what I did is just put a screw from the back with a little washer there. And that's what we got so far. Everything is still loose. We're gonna make sure that everything is flush. You guys can see this is not perfectly flush. So we're gonna make sure everything is flush, all sizes, and then we're gonna paint it, get the right screws. Guys, so just finished painting the mount. This is what I use. Just paint, primer on black. Turned out to be pretty nice. All right, guys, this is the final product right here. I cut the screws, as you guys can see. I bolt everything down. This is not going anywhere. It's looking pretty good. It's all dry and nice. I decided to go with black, as you guys know, just to match the rest of the kayak. But this is not going anywhere. I only spent $20 on it. Now we're gonna move into wiring the trolling motor. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and set up the trolling motor to see how it's gonna look. So there you go, that's how it's gonna look like. So you guys can see the trolling motor was mounted on the back of a boat, so we have to move this head, change it to the other side. So all you gotta do is take a screw, that screw right there, you gotta take that off, and you're able to move the head to the other side. That way the trolling motor is pushing the right way. So it's gonna be pushing this way. So we're gonna be moving this head right now. Take the head off, turn it. Screw it back in place. There you go, now it's going the right way. Yeah, all you gotta do is take the screw off. It has a little bolt on this side, take that off, then change the position of the head and just replace it. Now it's gonna be pulling the right way. Now next thing I want to show you guys is gonna be this right here. I got this on Amazon as well. This is gonna be an extension for the trolling motor right there. As you can see, I'm gonna install it, that way I'll be able to control it from my sitting position over there. All right, guys, that's what we got so far. It's looking pretty good. This is a little shorter than I wanted to. I thought it was gonna be, so I might have to add an extra one. I'm not sure if it's gonna be practical or not, but I should be able to reach it because this kayak is really sturdy. I'm able to stand and actually walk all the way to the front if I wanted to. All right, guys, here we go. I installed it. This is gonna be the way we're gonna be controlling our kayak right there, you guys can see, and then be able to switch speeds just like that. I mean, it's a little shorter than I expected, honestly, but this kayak, you're able to stand all the way to the front of the boat, so it's pretty safe and sturdy, and I'll be able to reach it and control it. I might add another one, another extension, maybe later on, but I'm not sure. I pay for the extension $25 on Amazon, so we're gonna add that to our list of expenses. All right, guys, so we got terminals here for the trolling motor, and the good thing about this kayak is already pre-wired. As you guys can see, it has little plug-ins, and this is specifically for the trolling motor right there. Let me show you what we got going on with this kayak. This kayak is already wired. When you get it from the store, it's already pre-wired with the jack power unit here, and it has this little unit right there that you can control it with. This is the one I'm going to be using for accessories like deep finers and lights and stuff like that, but that's going to be a whole nother video. We're not going to be using the system. This kayak has a separate system that runs from here to the front all the way over there. So this is, we're going to be plugging our battery too, and that's going to come out right here. So the kayak comes with plugins. It has a little kit here, which is perfect. This is the one that goes to the battery and you plug it in on the back, and this is the one that goes to your terminals for the trolling motor and plugs into this right here. So we're gonna be wiring that. It's pretty much plug and play, guys. Pretty simple. Like I said, these clips come with the kayak, so I didn't spend any money on that. Okay, so we got these terminals right here. We're gonna be cutting those off. I'm using this wire cutter right here. So I'm gonna cut them as close as I can. See, this one. There's two right there. And now we're gonna strip him. If you don't have a wire cutter, you can always use a blade. But this thing makes life so much easier. As you guys see, this is the positive side. So we're gonna plug the positive side into the red side. Go in there. Once it's in there, all you gotta do is clamp. And we're gonna do the same thing for the negative side. Just come down. But there you go. You got your plug in. So now all we gotta do is plug it in into a terminal over here. Guys, as far as the battery goes, I got this one right here on Amazon, 80 bucks. We're gonna be adding those 80 bucks to the list of expenses for this project. Nothing fancy, guys, but it should be able to give me a couple hours in the water. We're gonna be plugging in this battery into the system right here using one of those plugs that I just showed you. All right, guys, so on this side, we're gonna be using this one right here. So the battery came with some hardware here, so we're gonna be using the hardware for the battery there. So we're gonna plug in this into the battery first, and then we're gonna plug this into here. So we got the battery already hooked up to a switch here, and now we're gonna just plug it in place. Before we plug this in, we're gonna make sure the trolley motor is not on any speed. Make sure it's off. It's off. It's time to plug it into the system. It's kind of hard to do with one hand here, but yeah, you can still do it with one hand. So plug it into the system. So we got power here. Power is going to the system. We already plugged in over here. Everything looks good. Now the moment of truth, we're gonna go. See it stop right now. That's speed number 1. There you go. We're in business, guys. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Yeah, it's working. It's definitely working. We'll see how good it does in the water, but I'm happy. You know, take it to the water now. Okay, so I finished loading it up. I don't have this boat registered yet, but I'm planning to do so later on. But first, we're gonna test out our mount and the trolley motor in the water and see how it does. Hopefully we don't get in trouble, but let's get into the water. There you go, guys. This is as fast as it goes, but it's moving. It's moving pretty good. Then I have to get another extension because if I want to be sitting, it's a little uncomfortable. Guys, here we go. There we go, we're moving. It's going pretty fast. As you guys can see, definitely moving. Let's see how fast we can get over there. So we're definitely gonna need to get a longer extension here just to be more comfortable. I mean, I can deal with this, but I can't stand up on it. Watch this. I'm standing on the kayak and I can still reach, but just to be more comfortable, I might have to get another extension. Yeah, check this out. Moving pretty fast. I'll make it across a couple seconds here. So we can make a turn. See, that's the boat ramp. So should be able to get to more spots faster with less effort. So I'm pretty happy. Like I said, the extension needs to be a little bit longer. I've seen a couple ones that have a little joint here that you can go down, up and down. So I might get one of those. But there you go, guys. I'm gonna add up all the expenses that we had on this project. I might throw in the extension with the joint here, just so you know, and see how much we come out with. But it shouldn't be a lot of money.
So thank you for watching the video, guys. See you guys for the next one. Peace.